Welcome to Broke-Ass to Badass, where heart-led entrepreneurs learn to build the businesses and lives of their dreams with confidence, ease, and joy. This is the anti-hustle movement, and we're your coaches in badassery, Kimi and Pua.
Find out more at bledigital.com, and wherever you're listening to this, be sure to click subscribe so you never miss an episode.
Hey guys, this episode is a recording of day 2 of our Bold Badass Challenge that we're having right now in our tribe on Facebook. Again, you can go there by going to bledigital.com/tribe. You can catch the video replays of this challenge. And of course, we'll be back here with tomorrow's challenge as well. But this is day 2 of our 3-day challenge. And if you haven't listened to day 1, definitely go back, check it out, and then come back to this one. Today's challenge is all about bold outreach and bold connection. This is an area where many of us would love to build up our bold muscles. And we just know that after this episode, you're going to be ready to make some bold phone calls or send some messages or emails out. So get ready to get inspired. And of course, we also wanted to make sure that you don't miss this amazing opportunity to jump in right now to our next round of our coaching program, Broke-Ass to Badass. The doors close tomorrow, guys. So if you'd like to find out more, or if you'd like to talk to us directly to see if this program is right for you, go to bledigital.com/apply and set up a call, but do it as fast as you can because doors are closing and we have limited spots for our calls before we kick off our next round next week already. We're so excited and we would love to see you in this next cohort. So again, you can go to bledigital.com/apply. We can't wait to talk with you and enjoy this episode, Bold Badasses. Welcome to day 2 of our Bold Badass Challenge. And let's see, we're going to start today with like a little quick recap of yesterday. And then don't worry, we're going to be drawing. Look, our name. I got the bowl out. So we're going to be drawing our name for our winner. And then we are going to get into our content for today, which today we're going to be talking about bold connection and outreach. Bold connection and outreach. So shout out, I like how Jer, by the way, is tagging out all of her accountability buddies here. Good job. You guys are so awesome the way you guys are holding each other accountable for this challenge. So as you recall yesterday, we talked about what your unique brand of bold is, right? What does boldness look like for you? And we had you create a bold list of bold things. Start feeling into this bold badassery that you're going to be stepping into as part of this challenge. And then for your homework, you are going to share with us, and we had so many amazing shares. You're going to share with us some type of bold action that you took in order to be eligible to win our daily prize, which was a Starbucks card. What's today's prize? If you do your homework today, we'll figure that out. I think it's an iTunes gift card. And so we can't wait to share some of the homework and draw the name. But yeah, awesome. And also keep adding to this list, right? As you do this challenge each day, keep adding to it. And don't worry if you're just catching day 2 and you're like, what's going on? Go back, listen to day 1, no problem. There's no behind in this challenge or in life. And so today we're going to be talking about bold connection and outreach, which is, so this is going to give you some ideas to add to that list. Yesterday's list was sort of like a broad overview. Today is going to be specifically about reaching out and the value of taking powerful steps to reach out and get in ways that are maybe out of our comfort zone. And some of you already did that for your homework. So good job. Okay. And then we're going to start with our quote of the day, our bold quote of the day. And I'm sorry, I realized that I just didn't have my mic in front of me. I think because I like to use my hands. Okay. You guys ready for the quote? Yes. Okay. So, oh God, this quote is so great. So this is by Mike Yoconelli. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Boldness doesn't mean rude, obnoxious, loud, or disrespectful. Being bold is being firm, sure, confident, fearless, daring, strong, resilient, and not easily intimidated. It means you're willing to go where you've never been, willing to try what you've never tried, and willing to trust what you've never trusted. Boldness is quiet, not noisy. Isn't that great? All right. So with that in mind, we are going to go into point number 1. So on your worksheets, get your worksheets out, everybody. On your worksheets, this is point number 1. Oh, you are muted.
Oh my God, I've been talking to you this whole time.
Oh my gosh.
I was like answering you. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. But it's okay because boldness is quiet.
I am always super bold. I outed myself on a podcast recently. I was like, Kimi, I don't know if you noticed, but I don't like to start things, so I just don't speak and I make you do it. She's like, oh, I noticed. Oh my God. I trapped the dog in the room. Keep talking.
She trapped Ziggy in the room, so she has to go release the Kraken. Okay. I really do want to let Pua take number 1. So we'll wait a second and just chat. And here she comes. Oh, I thought she was going to bring Ziggy back, but no. Okay. Point number 1, Pua, and you're muted.
All right. You can fire me anytime. Point number one. Oh, I think you should do this one.
It's so funny because while you were away, I definitely want to let Pua do this one.
I don't think I walk the talk on this one. So
all right. Okay. Let's point number 1. So when we're talking about bold outreach and bold connection, the first point we want to make is that we are all one. Okay. So that is in your little notes. You can write that down. We are all one. What does this mean? Typically when we are feeling fear around reaching out to somebody, then it's because our ego has put them on a pedestal in some way, right? Like we have separated ourselves from them. Like they are this way, I am this way. And so then for whatever reason, it's not okay for me to reach out. Our ego just loves to make separation, right? And that's where intimidation comes up from. And for sure, like there's nothing, it's not about, there's no judgment here. We all do this. And there are people certainly that we perceive as being further along in the journey, or people that we really admire or respect. And sometimes it can just bring up weird stuff for us where we feel like we'll be bothering them. We feel like they're too something for us to reach out to them, right? And so this is just something we can remind ourselves, where we can just breathe and say, you know what? We are all one, right? We are, and we live in this world where everybody is just a click away. And brave, bold outreach is really what can lead to quieting those fears of the ego and putting us back into our heart, so that we remember that, like, we are all connected. And most of us, we all just want to support and serve and be helpful to each other. And so remembering that, reminding ourselves that we are all one, is a really powerful tool for helping us to just kind of take some bold action to reach out to some people. And this is like perfect timing, because we just got off the phone with our coaches, and we are working with Josh and Jill Stanton of Screw the 9 to 5. And we had admired them for so long from afar. They are just totally amazing. And what we wanted, we were shy to reach out to them for a really long time, and intimidated, and felt like, oh my God, they're so big in the online space. Like, they're so amazing. And we recently reached out and joined a program with them, and got this amazing opportunity to work with them. And like, we just got off the phone with them, and in this 1 second, and they're so down to earth, and they're so amazing, and they're so helpful, and we're learning so much from them. And that came from us being brave enough to just be like, okay, they're just people too. And we bravely messaged them one day, right? We bravely reached out. We bravely joined their program. And so they're are points like this in our business and in our life that we can point to, and that we just got up the courage and said, you know what, let's just reach out to that person. Let's just email. And as we talked about yesterday, bold badasses are, that boldness means that you're going to hear more yeses because you're not afraid to hear the no's, right? And so how can you reach out to more people knowing that we are all one? We are all one. So yeah, that was a long one.
I'm so glad you did that. It's true though. So I think we talked about this on a podcast, but Oprah has a podcast now because she wants to be just like us. I'm just kidding. And so I forget who was talking about this. And I even said I would find out where I heard this, but I didn't. But like for someone like us, like the lowly peasants of the world, to want to be on the Oprah show, like unless we try super hard, maybe not going to happen, right? But to be on Oprah's podcast, like she is putting the call out to have people come on her podcast. She wants to talk to regular people. She doesn't want to have the A-list celebrities on her podcast. She doesn't want to have people who have, inherited all this money and like the Kim Kardashians of the world. She wants to have people who are out there living their truth, serving from a sense of love and purpose to share with her and her audience. And she's just one example of billions of people. But like for us on our podcast, like we love to expose amazing people doing amazing things, regardless of all of the other circumstances or anything like that. Everybody just wants connection, including the people who you think may be untouchable or unreachable. Right? Maybe it's more difficult to reach them for some, people like The Rock. You probably just can't call him up, but even he will feature people doing amazing things who are not celebrities, right? So just remember the humanity behind the weird world that we create in our heads, which if you didn't do that point, that is definitely not the direction I would have gone. And I'm very grateful. Okay. Point number 2 is give less F's, just in case Facebook decides they want to listen. Wow, I can't say that. Give less F's. Okay. So it's almost like a truth. Like I wake up and I'm supposed to give less F's. Everybody says I'm not supposed to care. I'm not supposed to care what everybody else thinks. I'm just supposed to live my life judgment free. And to be quite real with you guys, that is not exactly the way that most of us go through life, because things start to come at us and we start to get feedback and we start to talk to people and we look at things that we see on Facebook and I don't know about you, but I love to read comments. I am a comment troll. And the more controversial the post is, the more interesting, hilarious, and depressing and judgy and mean and rude and funny all of the comments are. And I get lost in that. And it's so interesting. Okay, and there's that GIF, right? And I think it's Michael Jackson eating popcorn. He's like, I'm just here for the comments. Like that's me. But what do I get from living in the comments of a controversial post? I increase the level of fear that I have of the judgment from other people when I post or when we post for our business. And F that life, because who cares? Who the F cares? The most important thing for any of us to do and to remember is that our message is worth hearing. And for us to not put that message out there because we fear judgment from all of these a-holes out there in the world, making rude comments about things that they don't even, like, who are they? It doesn't matter. They're keyboard warriors. They're never going to say this stuff out of their mouths because it's, right? Like, let's not go there. All we want to say here is take the bold action and leave the fear of the judgment behind. Trash it, dump it, don't pay attention to it. It might be kind of running in the back of your mind, but remember that when we operate from a place of service, we take the focus out of ourselves and off of ourselves and back onto the improving the lives of others, right? And that's all that matters.
Amen. That is such a great point, right? Is observing our own behavior and how that can, like, if we're like looking at comments and staying in there, like how that can increase our fear. It's like, oh my God, that is so, so good. Thank you. So let's talk about point number 3. And this is going to be a little bit of your homework in a sense. And that is that you're going to begin now to create this bold outreach list. And we're going to talk about the different types of outreach and bold outreach that there can be, because this is not just about like reaching out to Oprah or The Rock. This could be simply about, so let's go through the different types of outreach that we could do as part of your bold challenge, which, by the way, could just be part of your bold life from now on, right? So definitely it could be other potential platforms that you'd like to be on, right? Or people that you admire. You'd like to work with somebody, a big fish, if you like. But also it could just be somebody that you admire online. You see their posts, you kind of just are always commenting, always liking, and you just want to take that moment to say, hey, I know we don't know each other really well, but I just wanted to let you know that I love what you're doing out there, right? So it could just be a bold, like, tip of the hat that you want to do to somebody that you admire out there in the online space. We typically, we tend to hold a lot of that inside, right? And I'm so glad that Geraldine is here, because she has been a great teacher for us in terms of one of her messages that she's sharing all the time is about getting that gratitude out of your heart and into the ears of the people that will actually benefit from hearing it, right? So many of us, we walk around grateful and, with inspiration in our heart and people, thinking about people that we admire, that have moved us. But it's about taking that extra step. If this were our last day on this planet, have you told the people in your life that they matter to you? Have you told the people around you that they have inspired you, that you are grateful for them, right? So that extra step of expressing that to the ones that we admire and that we love. And Jara is such a great, she walks this talk. She's out there expressing everything that comes up in her heart. And what's the point, right? What's the point if we just hold it inside? It's that unopened gift that we have for others. Yes, she says she likes to act as if it is the last day of her life. And there are so many badasses that we know that walk through this world with that energizing, motivating, inspiring mindset of like, if this were it, right? There's this great quote that like there's no greater motivator than like our sense of our own mortality, right? And it can sound really grim on one sense if you look at it, but really if we take that to heart and we think like, yeah, it's just about, that's what can help us to be bolder in our outreach, because that's what takes us to the next stage of like, what the F do I have to lose, right? Okay, so the next thing could be people that you could support, right? So people that might be bold outreach in terms of sharing about your product, sharing about your service that you have, reaching out to people that maybe they liked your post, maybe they had mentioned something, and you can just do a simple call out to them and say, hey, just wanted to let you know that this is happening. I have this going on right now. If you or anyone you know is interested, here you go. So it sometimes can feel like it takes a lot of bold badassery to speak up like that about our services, because we have, again, all this stuff running through our head of like, oh, I don't want to bother people. What if they don't want it? What if they tell me no? What if they think I'm being pushy or salesy or any of the other stuff that comes up for us? You can see how much and I have to strain to not swear on Facebook. And then, so these are just some ideas of bold outreach that you could do in your life, and have a little fun with this, and also explore. Think about some of the times that you took some bold, badass outreach action in your life, and share with us what are some of the results that you saw in your life, or what are some of the things that you created because you just said to yourself, you know what, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to reach out to this person. I'm just going to risk the vulnerability of hearing no from someone, and tell us what that created in your life. We would love to hear those stories. And I think they're so important to share because they help us to build those muscles.
For sure. And if you are here, you either have a business, you want to have a business, or you just like us as people. And if that's you and you don't have a business, let's start for you because it's really fun. So let's like Kimi and I toggle back and forth between like super woo and like feel into it and like let's make you some fucking money. Oh God, dang it. Facebook, I'm sorry. Well, this is it's a wash. So swear away. So like
I feel like they don't care in our group. Let's just go with that.
Yeah. Okay. So like to integrate this together as a business owner, we just got off the phone with our coaches and they said that it takes between 7 to 11 touches with someone, like interactions, not just 7 to 11 like flashes of a post that they're scrolling through or a video that they're kind of half-ass listening to. It's 7 to 11 interactions with someone for them to know, like, and trust you before they are kind of willing, like as a general kind of baseline to invest in whatever it is that you have, your service, your product, blah, blah, blah. So without this kind of bold outreach, without the boldness of saying like, I'm just going to reach out to somebody who maybe commented on something that I believe was maybe a call for help or an interest. And that was how they piqued their interest, right? Or that's how they showed their interest. If I were to say, what's to lose by reaching out and offering support? There's like nothing to lose and everything to gain, right? Because you're supporting somebody. You are showing them that you care. You're showing them that you have the knowledge to help them in whatever they're going through. And if they aren't interested, they'll let you know. They'll either not respond, maybe they'll block you, right? But if they've commented, if they've engaged in any way, they're probably interested at least in what you have to say, right? So just keep that in mind in terms of like infusing this into business building practices. And the more you can build that muscle, the easier all of this will get, right? Then there's that fear factor, the fears of what are we afraid of? We're afraid of rejection most of the time. Rejection, judgment. With more practice, you'll find that the rejection doesn't happen nearly as often as you think it will. And when it does happen, you don't care because you've gotten so many yeses already. So, okay. Soapbox, stepping down. What's the last one? And we're here, day 2. Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. I kind of maybe said this already earlier, but point 4. So again, when we share, and I hear this, so I dabble. I have my toes in a lot of different pools, and I keep hearing this in the other arenas that I'm in where people don't want to share because they're afraid of spamming the feed. They're afraid of pissing people off by sending too many emails. They're afraid of people not being happy with them and all of the messaging because everything is too noisy already. First of all, that's crap. Share your ass off always. But second of all, when you are sharing from a place of service, it's again, like it's not about you. It's not about people judging you. It's not about people being irritated with you or wanting to unsubscribe. It'll happen, but it is more about you providing a solution to the people who need to hear it and making sure that people are hearing it, right? People aren't going to hear the first 10 times you say something maybe, right? Because it is noisy. The other thing is spamming someone's feed is just not a thing anymore. There is so much going on constantly that if you have a solution, people have opted in to whatever it is that you're sharing on because they want to hear it, right? So remember that it's not about you, in the words of Jer. Like, get out of your head, get out of your own way, and remember that everything you do, every bold action, every act of service is in service to someone else from a place that you're very passionate about, right? So being bold simply is that muscle that you already have been practicing, that you already have within you. And it's just remembering what you need to do in this day and age of technology and the internet and noise to make sure that that message is heard so that you can serve.
Yeah. Awesome. Oh, that's so good. So share in the name of service. That's really the message here today. And bold outreach too, reaching out, connecting, getting out there. And, it's so important for us because it can be, I feel like Pua and I are always sort of fighting the temptation. There are times where we just want to try to figure everything out in our heads, where we stay in this little small place of okay, we try to think our way out of something and think our way to our goals. And what we've shared with this whole challenge is that thinking is not the thing that gets us there, right? It's the taking of the action. Yes, thinking and reflecting and visioning and all of that is very important, but it's pairing it with the inspired action. It's actually taking that courageous moment, that bold moment of reaching out, sending an email, making a call, texting somebody, sending a voice message, clicking live on your phone, whatever it may be. And we are here to support you as you take those bold steps. And we're telling you, keep track of these, because as you keep track of it and you see what it leads to, that's going to help reinforce it for you. So,
can I say one thing about that?
Yeah.
So the other thing, we're so fresh off of our coaching calls. The other thing our coaches told us was that list building is number one, right? And once you can build your list, and as you build your list, this never ends. The sales, right? Or anything that you're promoting, all of that gets easier because, and you guys are all here because you resonate with the messages that we share. And we're all about creating know, like, and trust through sharing value, through service, all these things, right? So the more you can be bold and act bold and put things out there, the higher that level, the know, like, and trust factor becomes. And also I was thinking about how to deliver this, and I'll just say it. I don't know what I'm going to say, but it'll come somehow. So when you buy something, anytime, I don't know about you, anytime I buy something, online program especially, or something, a pricey item, I Google it, right? Or I look it up on Facebook. What do I Google? Broke ass to badass scam. Kimi and Pua frauds. Right? You're going to Google, you're going to try to find dirt on whatever it is that you're buying so that you can be completely confident that you're investing in something worthwhile. So the more you put out into the world, that is what people will find when they look you up. Okay? They're going to find you on Facebook Live, rocking out, talking about how you are so excited about the people that you serve. And you're going to find, blog posts on the amazing case studies that you have or the awesome results that you got. So there's nothing but good that comes from bold action, if you needed to be convinced of that.
I just feel like I want to have for SEO purposes, search engine optimization, I want to have a page on our website that says Kimi and Pua frauds.
Broke ass to badass scam.
Broke ass to badass.
We should do that. It's
we're
just being proactive.
Yes, exactly. I love it. Yeah, and we have some housekeeping, a few things to take care of today. So we have our winner from yesterday. We have some announcements for you guys, and we have our homework to give you. So speaking of sharing, we want to let you guys know that our program, hopefully you've seen this, that our program, Broke Ass to Badass, is closing tomorrow.
And it's not a scam.
This is not a scam. And we are boldly sharing about this with you because we effing believe in this. And we are so excited for this next round that is starting up December 4th. And we're going to be sharing about this over the next few days, but we wanted to answer a couple things that people have been throwing us some questions about. So if any of you have questions about our program, maybe these might answer those. One thing is people were saying, oh, December 4th, what about holidays, right? Because it's an 8-week program. We're going to be starting December 4th. And in the beginning, the whole first part of the program is helping you to create more time and energy. So you're going to move into the holiday season with more time and energy, with more clarity. And then we're going to be taking a little bit of time during that like peak Christmas, New Year's time. And then we'll start back up, ramp up together heading into the new year in 2019. So this is actually the perfect time to do a program like this, because it's like you're going to be having a more joyous holiday season and heading into the new year with focus, energy. It's like the best time. There's that like beautiful sort of reflective energy of the new year that happens too. So this is going to be a really special round of Broke Ass to Badass. And we have many, many graduates that are going to be going through the experience with you again. So when you never graduate from our program, we like to say that to people. So people always have the opportunity, once you've been in the program, you have access forever. So we have those that have been through the experience going through the experience again. So they not just Pua and I will be there to support you, but the Broke Ass to Badass family is going to be there to support you as well. So it's all of this that we're talking about, this bold action, it's like in these 3 days, this is like how you're going to stay accountable for that moving into the new year. And it will absolutely transform your 2019. We firmly believe that. And you probably saw, we released a bunch of different payment plans. So there's a lot of options that make it really easy to get started. But if you guys seriously have any questions about this, talk about Bold Outreach, just reach out to us, message us. We are just like one click away. We don't want you moving into, have Wednesday go by and be like, damn, I wish I reached out to them and asked. If there's any part of you, like, we're here to walk you through the program. We can show you what the back end of it looks like. That sounds really weird.
Show you our back ends, but only on a one-on-one call.
Oh, yeah, those are very private calls. And we'll just talk you through. We're not here we'll tell you exactly if this program is a right fit for you, right? We know our program will help you make that decision. That's what we're here for. And as you can see, there are tons of people that have been through this experience also. So reach out to them, ask them, their take on it as well. Anything else about that? I mean, so much more about that, but.
Wait, was this just questions that you were asked?
Yeah, just any like B2B questions that have been coming up, FAQs. We'll do another Q&A, but.
Yeah, let's do Q&A right after this.
Those were a couple that came.
Money back guarantee.
We have a money back guarantee.
Everyone in here, if you guys are unhappy, we will give you your money back. It's like, I love this program. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure no one's going to say that, but it does exist. Let's see. I can't think of. We get asked so many questions, and now they're all.
And drop them in. So if you guys have any questions that you want us answered, just drop them into the comments here, and we'll make sure to.
Yeah, let's do a separate Q&A.
Yeah. Oh, we'll do a separate Q&A. Yeah. Okay, cool. So let's draw our name. So we had so many people share from their bold lists. Oh my goodness. Amazing. Are you going to help me, Paul? We had so many people. Gosh, go back and find that homework thread, you guys. Every single person, go there, look at it, and take inspiration and take note from the people that took some bold action, because it was very inspiring. Loved JC's live video too. Oh my God. Okay, so here we go. Tell me when to stop. This is the winner of our first prize. Stop. Oh my God. Sorry, it's a blank one. It must have been attached to the back. Okay. Sorry, redo. Tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Geraldine. Jer. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Yay. Congratulations. Good job getting your homework done. All right. And the homework for today, if you want to be entered to win our daily prize, which is an iTunes card. So we'll be drawing this tomorrow. And also remember our grand prize, right? If you do your homework every single day, I feel like such a teacher. If you do your homework every single day, then you'll be entered to win our grand prize, which is $500 credit, BLE credit. We're calling BLE bucks. $500 BLE bucks. And you can use that towards, we'll credit you after you enroll for Broke Ass to Badass, and or you could use this for the creation of your website, your course, any digital media products that we have. So, yay.
And if you do B2B, you get half off digital media. So
Yes.
you could get like, I don't know. I was going to say you could get a $2 website, but we don't have a $502 website package. So,
JR, you won a Starbucks gift card. Starbucks. Yay. Okay. Coffee. Who was it that bought coffee for the person? I think it was Malia. Didn't Malia win the Starbucks card and then she bought coffee for the person in the person behind her in the Starbucks drive-through?
oh, that's so nice.
Oh, I love that. Okay. Your homework. Your homework is when we post the homework thread, you're going to share one example or more if you want, but at least one example of bold outreach that you did today. Somebody that you reached out to that made you get the sweaty pits and made you go, hee. Okay? That noise exactly. So share with us and you'll be entered to win that iTunes gift card and entered to win our grand prize of BLE bucks.
And taking bold action enters you to win $1 million in life.
Ooh.
The game of life.
That is the true ROI of the 3-day experiment, gang. Awesome. Oh, your homework is to do what makes you puke. I love that. Oh, hang on real fast. Bye. Okay. All right, guys. We hope that you have a bold, badass rest of your day. If you guys need anything, you have any questions, you know where to find us.
Malia just joined. Girl, we just talked about you. You gotta watch the replay to see what we said. Nah, just kidding. Was it you who used your Starbucks prize money to buy coffee for the person behind you? Now we have to wait a few seconds because of the delay.
We'll wait. Yay! Oh,
I was on a
Rebecca.
live the other day, and someone asked me a question, and I was typing their response, and they were like, "We'll wait."
She said yes.
Yay! Okay, that's all.
Awesome.
We thought that was so nice.
So great to see all of you on here. We love you. This is so fun. Yay. Kate says she loves this. Awesome. Dr. Rebecca in the house. So fun, you guys. Okay. Our coach kept saying like, okay, so we're going to end this. So we know we've been talking your faces off. She kept saying that to us. So that's like in my mind, I feel like that's what we've been doing. We've been talking your faces off. So we love you guys. And we will be back same time tomorrow for our last day of our Bold Badass Challenge. And tomorrow is all about taking bold, ballsy action. So be ready for that.
Be ready for balls in action.
Bye. Facebook's like, cut.
Those girls can no longer be on our platform.
We hope you enjoyed this episode. You can find out more about Broke Ass to Badass at brokeasstobadass.com. Again, this is your last chance to jump on in and make this next year the most powerful year you've ever had. So don't delay. We would love to get you in before doors close on November 28th. So this is the time. Find out more, Broke Ass to Badass. And if you'd like to follow along the final day of our challenge tomorrow with us live, you can go to bledigital.com/tribe. Awesome, guys. Go take some bold action, do some bold outreach and bold connecting, and we can't wait to talk with you soon. We'll be back tomorrow with day 3 of your challenge.